Hey guys, MCM Mike here. Welcome back to another episode of the Somnium Files. In the last episode, we continued down the next route. It divided at that warehouse Somnium that Iris had. In this route, we discovered that a lot of people die this time, a lot more than usual. Our body count is up to about 4, and this is the alternate timeline where both Ota and Iris die from the ice cutting machine. So, who else is next on the chopping block? No pun intended. Well, watch this episode to possibly find out. If you're watching this series on YouTube and you're enjoying it so far, words. If you're enjoying this series so far, please leave a like on the video. It helps me so much. It helps my videos get recommended to other people watching on YouTube, and in turn, that helps bring support to the channel, so it really is just something really nice to do with just a click of a button. And if you feel so inclined, I recommend subscribing so you don't miss stream VODs and other gaming content from me. I'm currently writing my next video, and yeah, that's gonna be a good time. So make sure you subscribe with notifications on preferably, so you stick around for content like that in the near future. And if you're enjoying what you see and you want to chat with me live, join me on Twitch, link is in the description down below, where I'm live Wednesdays and Fridays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If there's a time where I'm earlier than usual or I need to cancel a stream, follow me on Twitter or join my Discord server for stream updates. Links to those are also down below. With that, let's continue into the Somnium Files. I need to get better on condensing that intro because, good God, I get really wordy with that kind of thing. Pokemon go to the Why? I didn't want to remember that. Oh, God. Oh, the inspector. Gee, I wonder what this guy's name is. We'll never know. Oh. We can't ask him. Well then. Normally, you're able to ask this guy what his name is, but apparently not this time. It was just a random memory. It's a suppressed memory for me. I remember, like, Pokemon Go came out at the height of, like, the election at the time.
No, nothing so far.
So I think the voice actor for Kagame actually passed away, which is very unfortunate, because I would have wanted to see him return in the sequel.
I checked this place point by point, but didn't find nothing.
Right here, Iris and Ota were.
I am sure you are already aware of Ota's time of death.
Just before I arrived, about 3:30 in the morning.
And the cause of death.
Right, about that. Ota had a stab wound from a kitchen knife in his side.
Correct.
What was the exact cause of death? Was it the knife wound, or...?
I cannot determine that. I can conclude that the knife wound was at least close to being fatal. Even if Ota was still alive on the workbench, he was certainly on the verge of death. If he weren't already extremely weak, we would expect to see more signs of struggle.
So it's unknown if it was the knife that fatally wounded him, or if it was the ice cutting machine. I think that's what we're getting out of this. So maybe he was trying to help Iris jumping at the criminal. That led to a scuffle, and Ota ended up with a knife wound in his side, lost all his power to fight back. He was forcibly put inside the costume, then cut open by the machine, perhaps.
But why? Why did the culprit put the costume on Ota?
Unknown.
No idea to share a link to show Doodle, so whoop! If it's on your Instagram, I could probably grab the image. Or I'm not sure where you really put those. So the ice cutting machine
Iris's estimated time of death and cause of death have been confirmed. The video was not a recording. It was a live stream, filmed in real time.
Which means Iris's time of death is 3:20 a.m.
Instagram doesn't work because password trouble. Ah, that's the worst. Oh yeah, oh god, I am a bad person for not remembering to say this before, but in case it's not already obvious, there was some violent imagery used in this game, so if you're sensitive to that kind of thing, first of all, I apologize for not saying this sooner, but if you are sensitive to this kind of thing, I recommend not watching, because there's a bit of that in this game. Apologies for not saying that before.
Iris also had her left eye removed.
Yeah.
And like Renju and Shoko, Iris's left eyeball has not been recovered. This forklift is old. It does not appear to be functional.
Yeah, so the left eye being removed is a trend among all the victims of this Cyclops killer. Gore. Yes. It is... This is about as bad as it gets. But if you're still sensitive to gore or anything like that, then I totally understand. Like, I get it. Like Saw. Well, to their credit, there was a saw that was used. That sounded really bad.
A video camera and laptop. This is what the criminal used to stream.
Oh, here it is again. Never mind.
All of these items have been bought from pawn shops and thrift stores. It would
Hydrate,
be
sweet
difficult to
dreams.
determine a suspect
Have the
from
power
them.
of legaze.
I have logged into
Always.
the Wi-Fi in this warehouse.
I mean, I'm an
Ocular
ally.
Fishery
I
Co.,
have to
Ltd.
embrace
is
such
listed as the
power.
owner. However, I found the password written directly on the router. Anyone who saw it could have used it.
Yeah, I forgot to put the sub goal up here. But yeah, have the good sleeps.
I have done some research.
In
As
like
the
that
name
10
suggests,
seconds?
The company is owned by the Okiuras, the same Okiuras we know. Renju's father created the company.
Another connection to Renju.
No, actually.
What?
Currently,
Really?
Okiura Fishery has nothing to do with Renju. The company
Oh, in
has
this
been managed
timeline
by
it doesn't.
office representatives for the past 17 years after Renju's father died. Renju holds no shares and is not involved in the management. In short, Renju did not inherit the company from his father, and it was instead
She's
given
an
to other
AI. Well,
persons.
still, even then, like a computer needs time to
But it
process.
can't be a coincidence.
It certainly is suspicious.
Aiba has a weird definition of nothing. Yeah, for real though.
Date, we should get moving. Officers from the local jurisdiction are checking the warehouse thoroughly. We will not find anything of importance here.
Yeah, you're right.
You can ask CSI to inform you if they find anything.
All right.
Can we ask our best friend Kagami? Ah! Alright, where to next? People, let me tell you about my best friend. I left the warehouse. I saw Pewter. Oh, that's right. He was a suspect. Or, like, he was associated with number 89 in the last timeline. Walked up to me while I was trying to work it out.
Date, I have to talk to you about something.
Oh?
about the original Cyclops serial killings.
Oh?
Why this all of a sudden?
Because I want you to solve this case, Mr. Date. I want you to find who did this and bring them to justice. So, if I can help you, even a little.
Why didn't you say anything at Abyss?
The boss was there. I couldn't speak openly in front of her. So, I decided to meet you here.
All right. Let's hear it.
Peter looks cool.
Earlier,
So, one of
I
my
told
friends
you that I was
described him
completely
as
certain the
dressed like a
original
Team
Cyclops
Rocket
killer
admin,
couldn't have
and I
committed
can't
these
unsee
crimes.
that.
I am absolutely certain the original Cyclops killer could not have committed these crimes. Let me explain why. I'll start by telling you the identity of the Cyclops killer. Although it's more
Why'd you leave
accurate
the
to
image
say
in my head?
killers.
Everyone is
More than
suffering
one.
with me.
In the first series of killings, the culprit had an accomplice. One of them was born a murderous psychopath. The other is Rohan Kumakura,
Rohan!
previous chairman of the Kumakuras.
Of course. Well, not
They
of course.
each
I
had a role
had
to
absolutely
play.
no clue.
The murderer committed the homicide, and Rohan removed the eyeball.
Of course. That's right. So it was a two-person job. Who was this murderous psychopath?
He was born with a brain dysfunction. Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Oxytocin is a peptide hormone linked to feelings of love, affection, and trust. It is colloquially referred to as the love hormone. It causes a tranquilizing effect which improves mood and relieves stress. It is normally secreted when the body makes contact with an object of affection.
See,
such
look
as
at
an
his full
embrace or
body.
caress.
He is just a Team Rocket admin.
I'm sure
How could
you
he
know
not
what this
be?
implies, but he was unable to feel love in the way that we do. However, he was able to experience a
I
substitute.
love the color green though.
His
Like,
brain
he
was
is
wired in
rocking
such a
it.
way that allowed him to feel satisfaction through other means. Due to the unique idiosyncrasies of his brain,
More Team Galactic.
he was able to release large amounts of
Yeah, I can
dopamine
see that.
and endorphins.
Right,
by
reminds me of
performing
Colress
certain
from
action.
What was it?
Gen 5.
Murder.
Dopamine is a hormone linked to the reward system of the brain.
Oh, dopamine, that thing that
The pleasant
Manapat taught
feeling
me
attained
about.
through accomplishment is dopamine. Endorphins are a kind of brain narcotic. They dull pain and create
The
a
murderer
feeling of
committed
happiness.
homicide. Nobody could have thought that. Yeah, it's
He got
ridiculous.
pleasure from killing people?
It's slightly more complicated than that. Killing people was the only way he could get pleasure. He was 12 when he took his first life. That enlightened him to the pleasure of murder, which he would do again and
Man, I
again.
miss the old days when people were just arsonists. Miss the old days. So why did the Cyclops case get classified?
That I don't know.
12?
The
Is this
details
boy
of the
okay?
original Cyclops serial killings case have become nebulous over time. Even the official investigation material contains nothing
This
about
boy
it.
is far from
I
okay.
am unable to draw any conclusions from them.
You really have no idea?
If I did, I would tell you.
So about Rohan, he's the one that removed the eyeball.
18 years ago, Rohan took a woman's eye. She was already dead. He put his finger into her eye
Rip that
socket
boy's
and
sanity,
gouged
for
it
real.
out. The reason why
I would say
was
sane,
simple.
but I
He
cannot
was
relate.
fascinated by women's eyes. Their beauty stimulated his greed and his desire to possess them. He needed to have them, to make them his own.
This dude had a
Driven by
fondness
this
for women's
instinctive impulse,
eyes.
He took the woman's eye. From then on, he acquired a grotesque obsession with the eyes of dead women.
So I'm just gonna leave this sentence on screen for a second. This is just bad. A grotesque obsession with the eyes of dead women. Like, I get it, he's a psycho. but like... He is a literal serial killer, but still, like... And also, this is being described by someone built like a Pokemon villain. Look at the dude's grin in the bottom left. Actually, you can't even see it because I'm... Oh no, there you go. Right above my head. This dude just fascinated by this... by what he just said. He is enjoying watching us get traumatized. He gets a sick kick out of saying that. This is just weird.
He was very particular about his need that the eye belonged to a deceased woman.
Oh, that's
But
worse.
even being the head of a Yakuza gang, there weren't too many opportunities for him to indulge.
So they
His
specifically had to be
deepest,
dead.
darkest desire went unfulfilled for years. However, he soon met his ideal partner, the
Shoko?
aforementioned psychopath.
Oh.
The Cyclops killer would commit the murder, and Rohan would take the eye. Thus, a mutually beneficial relationship was established. This was the origin of the Cyclops serial killings. At about the same time, you were assigned to Abyss.
Well, now we have some backstory.
The original Cyclops killer had an accomplice.
There were 2 Cyclops killers.
So if there's 2
And one of them
Cyclops
was the
killers,
former chairman
that's
of
like 2
Kumakura,
eyes.
Rohan Kumakura.
Rohan committed suicide by jumping to his death 1 year ago.
That means... Pewter, tell me this. One of the original killers is dead, I know that. That means one remains. Who is he?
After his 4th murder, he was arrested by the police. They actually picked him up on other charges.
Well, what?
But in any case,
Who?
he is currently serving
Wait.
a life sentence in Fuchu prison.
Let me guess. Number 89?
Fuchu prison?
Yes.
What's his name?
In prison, he doesn't have a name. He is simply called Number
Yep.
89.
Called it!
Number 89.
Called it!
I know who killed Shogun Adami.
So, now you know why I said that. That the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes. Because one is dead, and the other is behind bars.
Okay, but
Neither of
one of them
had the
just got away.
opportunity.
Oh wait, no, that was the other timeline. Or was it? I can't keep up anymore. Well, the plot thickens. Let's try going to Matsushita Diner. I would say let's check up on Ota, but he did the whole dead person thing. The place was silent. It was so quiet I felt like I could hear the floating dust. I stepped inside. I thought it was empty, but I saw a shadow in the corner of my eye. Oh, Mayumi. It was like watching a decaying old tree cling pathetically to the earth. Sorry to interrupt. Do you want to talk about it?
This is your fault. I heard from the police. Because you didn't take care of Iris, my boy Ota got involved.
Date, I looked into the investigation report.
Yep, the classic
Mayumi
blame
confirmed
me.
Ota's body early this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry.
Confirmed.
I want to be alone right now. Did you not hear me? I said leave!
Date, let's go. She is in no state to talk.
Yeah.
Of course she'll blame
you're right.
us. Of course. And you know, emotions are all... You know, emotions are a weird thing. Alright, let's go to the Sagan residents. Hopefully, Hitomi will be a bit more kinder towards us. Let me guess, Hitomi thinks it's our fault too? Found Hitomi with a hollow look in her eyes. She let me in and asked me to sit on the sofa. Alright, so she's at least inviting. Also, Dante's posture is so bad. About Iris.
Iris was my everything. We always went everywhere together. Whether it was buying clothes, or going to the movies, or taking a walk, or going shopping at the supermarket. When she was young, she would just hold one of my fingers.
You really said posture? Who's
Too
that?
small to hold mine. And it was
Honestly, this
two,
dude needs a
then
date
three,
with a chiropractor
and finally she could
yesterday.
hold my hand. But eventually, she left my hands altogether. She started crossing her arms, being independent, even though she needed constant attention growing up.
It's also worth mentioning that Iris was confirmed to have a terminal brain tumor, so even if she wasn't killed by the Cyclops killer, well, she would have passed away a few months later because of the tumor.
Her memories are a part of this room. And always will be. When she was a baby, she fell off that sofa and cried and cried. One day she tore up her picture book all over the floor here. Another time she drew with crayons all over the window. She painted my portrait on Mother's Day. Scratches on the floor, chipped plates, burn marks on the table, stains on the cushions. Everything you see. It all holds a memory of her. But why?
What about Oda?
Oda was one of my students. I taught him in elementary school. I heard it from the police. Oda tried to help Iris and ended up... I don't know what to say. I have no words.
Can you think of any information at least?
Hitomi, my entire focus is on this case. Is there anything at all you can tell me?
I don't know if this is important, but
No, please, tell me.
I may have told you this already. I met Renju's wife Shoko twice before. The first time at the wedding, the second time a month ago. That second time was in the waiting room of the prison.
Prison?
There's an acquaintance of mine from when we were younger.
Well, I
visit
guess
them
number
a few times a
89.
year. And by coincidence, I saw Shoko.
It's gotta be
Don't
number
think she
89
noticed
at this
me, but
point.
I recognized her as Renju's wife right away. She was there for the same reason I was, to visit one of the inmates.
Do you know who?
No, I don't. We didn't talk.
Which prison?
Fuchu Prison, in Tokyo.
That basically
Fuchu.
solidifies it.
Prison?
I mean, she did date number 89 for a while.
I'm sorry to have bothered you. I'll be going now.
I don't know what to do. Thinking about her. Dante, please, you have to catch them. Please. Please.
I will. Trust me.
Only other place other than our own house is Marble. See what Mama has to say. Mayumi pushed us away. Hitomi cried. Well, this is the only other place we can really go to for answers.
Are you okay, honey?
Huh?
About last night. Well, at 3 in the morning, anyway.
You know about it?
It's on every channel. You have the face of a ghost. Do you want a glass?
I don't need a drink. I need information. Do you have anything?
Well, let's see. I do have... I suppose you could call it intuition.
Tell me.
What do you got?
The Kumakuras are involved in this case.
We figured.
Remember what I told you before? That there's a relationship between Ren and the Kumakuras? Shoko also has a relationship with them.
We knew that.
You know about her dealings with the Kumakuras, right?
Insurance
So
fraud,
basically,
right?
2 of the victims are linked to the Kumakuras. That must mean they're involved somehow, right?
Not 2, 3.
Huh?
3. Iris?
No, not that one. The boy. He came
What?
here last night.
Ota?
Yes, from Matsushita Diner. He's linked to the Kumakuras as well.
How? How is that? What?
Have you heard the rumor?
Sosajima and the Kawasaki district. The basic idea is this. 8 years ago, So sold all his land in the Kawasaki district for 30 billion yen. Half a year later, an explosion at the chemical plant caused the land prices to drop drastically. So bought back the land for 1 billion yen. Almost like he knew beforehand that the accident would happen. Did So blow it up, or conspire to blow it up? No. That wouldn't make any sense, except it would. So wouldn't gain anything from that. Well, he's a politician. He would end up with 29 billion in cash and 1 billion in land. It's a net 0. But there's more of the story.
The Kumakuras own a handful of real estate companies. They of course look legit, but they're Yakuza fronts. I'll call those real estate companies the KE to keep it simple for you. The KE followed in So's footsteps. They bought up land in Kawasaki. Now, back to So. Have you heard of the plans for the casino in Kawasaki? So was the one who came up with it.
I was born and raised in Kawasaki. I remember the landscape of my childhood, and I loved it dearly. But look at Kawasaki now. When I see images of the destruction on television, my heart aches like it's being chopped to pieces. But I promise you, I will revive the Kawasaki district at any cost.
You can't
Casino
really
Town
revive it from
Kawasaki
nuclear
will give
holocaust.
new life to the city.
After that, So moved fast. He submitted the bills he needed to the National Assembly after drumming up support in the right places. The bills passed and it became an official government initiative.
Decontamination efforts therefore increased at a rapid pace in the Kawasaki district. At the moment, the area is still considered off limits. However, the air in Kawasaki is currently purified to such an extent that it has no negative effect on the human body.
If the plan goes smoothly, land prices in Kawasaki are going to skyrocket. And all that land is owned by the KE. And by So himself.
I don't think this
The
what
land
nuclear
he bought
holocaust
for
means.
1 billion will be worth 10 times that sum.
I couldn't think of a different
He's
word.
involved in some shady business.
This is just another rumor, but the chemical plant exploding was no accident. It was done intentionally.
By So and the Kumakuras, you mean?
But there's no hard evidence of that. It's just gossip.
What about Ota and the Kumakuras?
What were we talking about again?
Ota and the Kumakuras.
Oh, right. You know how Matsushita Diner is close to the Kabasaki district?
Oh, that has gotta be a coincidence.
The chemical plant explosion made times hard. Foot traffic went down, sales declined. No wonder it closed down. Ota must hold a grudge. Someone caused that explosion. And if it was intentional, oh, he'd hate them even more.
Well, if it was the Kumakuras that made that explosion
That's how I
happen,
linked
wouldn't he
Ota to
hate
the
them?
Kumakuras.
Thank you, Mama. I don't know if what you told me will lead to anything, but...
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to waste your time.
No, it was very helpful.
I'm glad I can help, even if it's just a little.
Well then, I'll be seeing you.
Come back anytime.
Only other place to go? The residence. Well, I guess there is a BIS HQ, but we'll go there after. Oh, there's Mizuki. Curled up on the sofa. That's right, Oda and Iris were two of her close friends. About the warehouse. About Iris. About Oda.
Mizuki must know about Iris and Ota.
Now, I just want to take a second to help you understand the gravity of the situation for those watching. Mizuki lost both her parents and two of her closest friends to probably the same murderer. That is how you destroy someone's life, ladies and gentlemen.
Of course. The news was distributed heavily across the internet. Not just in Japan, but worldwide. 3 days ago, Mizuki discovered her mother's body. 2 days ago, her father's. This morning, two of her best friends. It is completely understandable that she is at her mental limit.
Can I be left alone for a while?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's that thing you said. Can't stay by your side forever.
Iba, contact Abyss. See if they can get Mizuki a good counselor.
Understood.
It's almost as if I can predict how someone is feeling, given what I already know. Abyss headquarters we go. Like and subscribe if you've also had trauma. That sounded terrible when it came out of my mouth. I returned to boss's office to report. But I didn't see her anywhere.
Where did she go?
Well, she isn't always here, correct?
True.
Sat down in my usual seat, decided to wait for boss.
What are you doing?
I thought it would be easier to talk like this.
What do we have to talk about?
A summary of the investigation, perhaps?
What summary? We don't have anything new.
That's not true.
Huh?
I was curious, so I did some research. About number 89.
Alright. What can you tell us? Who's number 89?
As you know, he is an assassin with multiple confirmed kills. He is currently serving a sentence at Fuchu Prison. He was imprisoned 6 years ago.
That's what Pewter told us.
After his fourth murder, he was arrested by the police.
What's the relationship between number 89 and Shoko?
Unknown. I cannot determine if they have any connection. Approximately 1 month ago, Hitomi Sagan witnessed Shoko in Fuchu Prison's waiting room. I am unable to say for certain that the person she was there to visit was number 89. After all, Fuchu Prison houses 2,000 inmates.
Wow, he got to the top 100.
Shoko's name.
I know who killed Shoko Nadami.
That must mean that he knew her somehow.
It is possible.
What's number 89's real name?
Unknown.
Of course.
No such person is listed in the family registry. It is possible he is a foreigner, but his nationality is unknown. However, I believe it is safe to say that he was born and raised in Japan.
In West Tokyo, born and raised in the well, this fell apart. What about number 89, the new Cyclops serial killings?
Pewter claims that there were 2 culprits behind the original serial killings. One was the former chairman of the Kumakuras, Rohan Kumakura.
But Rohan committed suicide last year.
That leaves 1 culprit still alive, number 89.
But number 89 couldn't possibly have committed these crimes. He was in jail when each of the murders occurred.
Correct. However, I do not believe it is accurate to claim that he had nothing to do with the incident.
I know who killed Shoko Nadami.
Evidently, he was involved if he knew that Shoko Nadami died. Let's talk to number 89.
Let's talk to number 89.
I don't know if he's telling the truth or if he's full of it, but he's our last remaining loose end.
All right. However, we need not go to him. We can bring him to us. If we plan on syncing with him, it would be more efficient.
Wait, we get to sync with him?
Can you arrange that?
I can.
Who's to say he'll actually, like, do it? It'll just be like last time, he'll escape. He took considerable time to arrive, but for some reason, boss never showed up. Hey, nothing I'm complaining. Boss would just get in our way. The police asking for consent. I mean, it happens. Maybe. Alright, so I imagine this isn't the timeline where Pewter is helping him.
Sorry to interrupt your busy day, but I need you to tell me something. I'd appreciate your cooperation.
What's your name?
Number 89.
Your real name.
I don't remember.
Where are you from?
Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso is a republic in West Africa. Population 17 million.
I don't have time for your jokes.
Do you know Shoko Nadami?
Yeah, I guess I do.
About a month ago, Shoko visited Fuchu Prison. Was she there to see you?
That's right.
What did you talk about?
Nothing special.
You're in no position to lie.
I'm not lying. She didn't come to hear me talk.
Then why did she come?
To meet me.
Meet you?
She probably just wanted to see me.
Why would she? When did you first meet Shoko?
A long time ago. I don't remember exactly when.
What's your relationship to her?
A physical one. I'm kidding. She was just a business partner.
You're the original Cyclops killer, aren't you?
That's right. I was one of the culprits behind the case 6 years ago.
Of course.
One of the 2 Cyclops killers.
Who killed Shoko Nadami?
All right, let's get right down to it. 2 days ago, you called Investigation HQ and said, I know who killed Shoko Nadami.
That's right.
Who?
Hey, don't be so hasty. We haven't agreed on a deal. You're gonna let me out of prison, right?
It's done. You've got a deal.
All right. But to explain it properly, I need to tell you a story. It might take some time. Is that all right with you?
I've got nothing but time.
Then let's get started. The story of a lonely assassin.
Hell yeah, we getting some heckin' lore.
Once upon a time, there was a detective, full of righteous justice. Let's call him F. F found the evils of the world
F for
intolerable.
Falco.
F had no parents, no siblings, and grew up in an orphanage since he was born. He suffered every kind of abuse imaginable there. It led him to despise all the evils of the world. One day, F was chasing a thug down at the harbor. Someone wanted for the assault and murder of women.
Okay, I get it. I'll just throw down my knife. Here. And you lower your gun. It's fine. I got nothing else on me. I'll go quietly. You know, I have a history with hospitals. I've been going to a special hospital for a while. Even if I get caught, it's all good. I'll come right back out again.
Yeah, don't count on that,
What
pal.
should I do next time? Just thinking about it gets me excited.
Oh, he killed him. I see.
The culprit was unarmed, but F never served a day in prison. The case went to trial for some time, but it was determined to be self-defense, and he was declared innocent. If the truth got out, it would be a huge scandal for the police. People at the upper level were terrified of what might happen, so they had evidence fabricated. F wasn't suspended or disciplined at all. After a while, he returned to his job like nothing happened. That was a turning point for him. He was ready to shed the morality that was weighing him down, holding him back. F still wanted justice, and he was willing to dispense it to the immoral one by one. He became an assassin, a lone gunman, no agent, no employer. He was his own man. F believed that he was judge, jury, and executioner, but it didn't last long. One day, F got rid of a criminal we'll call X. X was responsible for defrauding and killing an innocent old man for his life insurance policy. Turns out, X had connections. Someone wasn't happy that he died. Rohan Kumakura, chairman of the Kumakuras. X was a top executive of the Kumakuras at the time. Rohan ordered his men to find and kidnap F.
Gotta bounce, take it easy, have fun. Thanks, Fac. Thanks for stopping by.
I've done some research. I know you've cleaned up at least 18 pieces of scum from this earth. But somehow there hasn't been a single criminal investigation. They're all treated as suicides, accidents, or natural causes. Amazing work. I'm impressed. How about you work for us? Of course, you have the right to say no, but it'll be the last word out of your mouth.
F was trapped. Even if he somehow survived, he would be looking over his shoulder for the rest of his life. He had no choice but to take Rohan's offer. Thus, F's self-employment came to an end. He became a hired gun of the Kumakuras. Rohan even gave him a code name, Falco, named for the falcon, a bird of prey.
Oh, well, yeah, okay, so I figured F was Falco.
Falco didn't quit his job as a police officer, though. He worked as a detective by day, assassin by night at the will of the organization. An ordinary killer would need motive to take a life, but not Falco. He did as he was told, one target after another. It didn't take long to destroy his heart completely. Time passed, and a few years back,
this is where he meets Hitomi,
who by this time was exhausted in body and spirit, made a fatal mistake. He missed his mark and ended up taking a bullet to the stomach. Somehow he managed to escape. After reaching a nearby shrine, his legs finally gave out under him. He had no strength left. He put his back up against the shrine and let out a moaning breath that he thought might be his last. But at that moment...
Yep, this is where Hitomi walks in.
In his darkening vision, he saw a woman approach him. He watched her take out her phone and dial for help. At the same time, he heard footsteps. Footsteps of at least 2 people closing in. He knew immediately that they were after him. He sprung into action, grabbing the woman and pulling her close, kissing her to keep her from talking.
What a weird way to like, silence somebody.
That was the first encounter between Falco and the woman. She was a teacher at some school. It was like she was from a totally different world than him. Listening to her talk, he would forget everything about his line of work. She was his only contact with the ordinary, mundane world. They met in secret a few more times, and Falco felt his heart grow warmer. Her smile and kindness were like a cold glass of water for Falco's parched heart. Falco started to become himself again, his former self. He swore on his life that from then on, he would live for her.
So, you want to go clean? Fine. Do as you please. You've done a lot for us. But there is one last thing. One final job I want you to do for me. It's nothing major. This woman and her daughter.
Oh,
I
God.
need you to dispose of them.
You're kid.
Should be simple, no?
Oh, that's rough. That's rough. I hate it when I have to kill my love interest and her daughter.
Girl. It was the teacher Falco met at the shrine. And her daughter. She had just turned 12. Why the 2 of them? Rohan, as usual, never gave a reason. And Falco had no intention of carrying out the kill. But if he didn't, he knew that someone else would. He thought long and hard. How was he going to keep them safe and get out of the life of crime? He couldn't find an answer, no matter how hard he thought. He was backed into a corner. So, he decided to call on an old friend for help. And then...
I'm assuming this friend ended up contributing to the new Cyclops serial killers. Silence. For some reason, he wouldn't open his mouth again. Why'd you stop?
Why did you stop?
Was that the whole story?
Was that the whole story?
I probably shouldn't even be repeating this.
What's the connection between that and Shoko? You mentioned a detective. Hey, answer me.
This is a transaction, remember? Until I get a guarantee that you'll uphold your end of the bargain, I'm not telling you anything else. I'll give you half up front, half later. If you want to hear the rest of my story, you better start the release procedures. Once they've cleared, I'll tell you everything.
Date, it is unlikely that number 89 will uphold his promise, even upon release.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust that.
Computer,
Yes?
start the preparations.
For what?
What do you think? The sink.
I guess we're sinking. I did not think he would comply with that. I'm surprised they're getting away with this, to be honest.
I have injected number 89 with the usual dosage. He will not be waking up anytime soon. Are you ready, Agent Date?
Yeah,
The time
Here we
limit is
go.
6 minutes.
I know.
Then let's begin.
Oh boy, I wonder what this Somnium is gonna look like. Probably gonna be like a dark alleyway or something. Or places from the story that he was telling. Or maybe it'll just be the prison.
Sup?
No, not sup. Why are you sleeping on the job?
Because I want to, obviously.
Why are you getting mad at me?
Yeah, this rug feels so good on my skin, yeah.
Why?
Why are you suddenly a cat?
Playtime's over. Let's begin.
And stand up.
Is this the Sagan residence?
Yeah, this is
Definitely
Hitomi's place.
But why?
Wait, just like the beginning of the game.
89. What were you up to? What? The green. I do not think I can pass through it.
Really wants to hide it, huh? Okay, new plan.
Somnium stand. Activate.
Mental lock 1, the phone. Number 2, Iba. Number 3, the door. Number 4, another door.
This appears to correspond to the green thing.
Prevent the interference from question mark. So obviously this phone plays a factor. Picture.
A picture.
Just a picture.
Fill out?
I don't have a pen. no choice. I must use my blood.
You don't have to go that far.
AIs don't have blood.
The color has returned.
Hey, Iba?
I said blood, but it is not the same as human blood. No need to worry. And besides, we are in a dream.
Still, blood? I'd feel better if you used a different word.
For example,
Body fluids?
I do not feel comfortable with
That's
that.
arguably worse. Oh?
A phone. Should I pick it up?
Ignore.
It won't stop ringing. It stopped. What was that?
I don't know.
Well, I guess that worked. Well, that was easy. Alright. Mental lock number 2 is apparently Iba's face.
I guess it worked?
Liquid. Oh, book.
A book.
Maybe, tear up the book?
Yeah! Are you sure this will help us uncover number 89's secrets?
It might. We're getting closer.
Prevent the disturbance.
There is some kind of liquid pooled on the floor.
Stick hand in. I don't know, stick hand in?
It is surprisingly deep.
Did you find anything?
Well... Oh! There is something.
Cork?
Well, I guess that makes sense. It is a wine stain.
What is this substance? Green tea?
It's obviously not green tea.
Perhaps it's jelly.
It's not jelly.
Agent
It's
Dante,
ringing again.
you've got 5
What
minutes.
should I do?
Hang up?
What the? I feel weak.
Pick up?
All right. Who is this? What the?
So every time you pick the wrong answer, you go unconscious. Fun.
I lost consciousness.
I just didn't want to have to pick the one that costs 120 seconds.
Agent Dante, you've got 4 minutes.
It stopped. Aren't you curious who was calling?
I am curious, but what if they threaten me for money?
You're a police officer. Have some backbone. I suppose we didn't do anything wrong.
At least you didn't faint.
You have less than 2 minutes. Hurry!
It's a ceiling fan. Alright, so number 3 was this window. So, the ceiling fan?
It's a ceiling fan.
Is that like a giant desk fan?
A desk fan only moves the air immediately around it, whereas a ceiling fan circulates air in an entire room.
Oh, right.
Maybe, blow on it?
Blow on it?
Ah. Reversed it.
Oh.
Interesting. Okay, well there's another book.
A book.
Tear the book.
I wonder what these books symbolize.
I don't know. Maybe he used to oversee a library?
Number 89. A librarian. A book.
Alright, let's tear this one
Here
again.
I go. What happened?
Nothing.
What is that?
It's an eye.
Who the hell?
Date, what are we going to do?
Pour lemon juice. Oh god, that's torture. Okay. Close the curtain.
It left.
Well then.
That eye.
Do you know something about it?
Looked familiar.
Yes. It was kind of cute.
You are insane.
There's Hitomi.
What? That's...
Hitomi? It's Hitomi.
Talk to her?
Understood. Hey! Hitomi! Hitomi! No use.
Could you try it again, but more in a fawning way?
I believe we should try something else.
But... fawning...
Fawning.
Let it go.
But, okay, hear me out. Fawning. Fawning. Maybe try ripping more books?
What is this going to accomplish?
We're driving number 89 into a corner.
By tearing a book.
Yeah. I remember how shocked I felt when Mizuki tore up one of the porno mags I was hiding.
That situation was clearly different.
You never rip another man's porno mag. You just
What?
don't.
A book. Ugh.
A green book. That seems familiar.
I do not think there is any relation to this.
All right. Guess it's nothing then.
Less than 1 minute. Hurry!
Alright, the
A
skull.
I do not see the body.
Yeet it.
disrespectful to the dead?
Dead? It's a hunk of calcium.
All right. Sorry about this.
Whose skull was this?
Unknown. I also cannot determine the connection to number 89.
Well, the only thing left to check is Hitomi, I suppose. She's the closest thing here. Hug her. We're all friends
Well,
here.
I suppose I will try it. She's hard.
Yeah, me too. Sorry, nothing.
Why? Oh, that is the worst thing.
It's Hitomi.
But it's also kind of like low-key based. I don't know how. I don't want to pick the option on the right. Ah, fuck it.
What?
Kiss her.
You... Like this? But why?
You are like one of my limbs, Aiba.
Yes.
Like an alter ego. An incarnation of me to kiss Hitomi.
Yes.
Then it's like me kissing Hitomi, right?
No.
You sure? Because that was making my heart rate rise. And another part of me, too.
Could it just be only your heart, please?
That was bad.
It's Hitomi.
30 seconds!
Where?
Maybe her...
Shoulder?
Her stomach.
Yeah. It's not like I'm touching her.
She's extremely hard. Perhaps due to her being stationary?
What did
Too
you say?
funny.
That she is stationary?
No, before that.
She's hard?
Hitomi is hard right now. Got it. That's useful information. Let's keep that in mind. Wait, I forgot. What's Hitomi's condition right now? I totally lost it.
Could you stop messing around? Or would you like me to crush you with this vice?
Hey, relax. I was kidding.
Kind of running out of options. Maybe the pot?
It's a pot. Steam is rising from it. It appears to be some kind of green curry.
Maybe a soybean stew?
It might also be boiled green juice.
Yeah, like a slime.
A turtle ninja could leap out at any moment.
Fuck it. Drink it.
What is this anyway?
You can tell by tasting it.
I would like to know before I put it in my mouth.
It's green, right? It's gotta be gag.
Don't say such things. I'm the one who has to drink it. Fine. I'll have a sip.
That is not a sip.
Aiba? Hey, Aiba! Aiba!
Thank you for the delicious soup.
What kind of soup was it?
Elephant.
What did you say?
Elephant.
What is that face? That is so cursed.
Who's that?
What do I do?
Ignore? Please let this be the last action.
Kaiba, wake up!
What happened? My body is heavy.
Shit!
Date!
Shit!
Wait, where was the retry option? Alright, there we go. Alright, so we're gonna restart from the beginning. Because now we have a better idea of what works. So ripping the books seemed to do something.
A book? There is...
Agent Date, you've got 5 minutes.
I suppose...
Alright.
You have 3 minutes, Date.
Then we go down to this book. And this one.
A book.
Ceiling fan, that's right.
Huh.
So then we rip up this book.
You have less than 2 minutes.
What?
Hurry!
A book.
And the skull. The pot. Damn it! Let's see, is there something we could load from? Can we load from like the beginning of this? It's weird. Ripping the books does something. But, like, I don't know.
Owen?
I know.
Now, what if we tried the liquid without doing the book? What if we don't even need to interact with the books?
5 minutes.
Let's see. Switch.
A switch? But there are thorns around it.
Is it possible to remove the thorns?
An astute Ow! I can't pull them out. They sting me.
Well, guess we have to investigate without pulling them out.
If you're fine with whatever happens to my fingers.
Agent Date, you've got 4 minutes.
It appears.
Maybe it...
Alright, drinking it seems to do something. Okay, so I guess ripping up the books does matter. Because, I don't know, fuck literature, I guess.
You have 3 minutes, Date.
A book. A book.
And then... this book... Then the skull.
You have less than 2 minutes. Hurry.
Lock the door?
No! Stop!
Stop right there!
What? Apparently that was the right thing to do, but what the hell is Boss doing here?
Date, this is a serious matter.
Where's Boss?
Huh?
Boss, where is she?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since about noon.
Damn it.
Date, listen. Something happened while you were in Somnium.
Huh?
Please stay calm and listen.
89 escaped.
So Sejima's body was discovered.
What?
He was cut into pieces and put inside a vase in his mansion.
That can't be.
The housekeeper found him and reported it to the police. And one more thing. So was missing his left eye.
You mean the Cyclops killer did it?
You gotta be kidding me.
Yes.
Wait, that... It's Boss.
What's your next move, Date?
It's gotta be Boss.
We'll deal with So later. Before that, I need to talk to Boss.
I suggest checking her office.
It's gotta be Boss
Good
at this
idea.
point. Why else would Boss be there?
Not here. Where is she?
Somnium earlier was just like the dream I had 3 days ago.
What the hell is going on? What is going on? Itomi was shot by Rohan Kumakura? To protect number 89?
Well, yeah, they were working together. There's another thing I can't figure out.
Boss.
Why was Boss there?
Why was Boss there? Because it was a dream? Was it completely random? No, that can't be.
Well, I mean...
You can't dream of a face you've never seen.
And remember what Pewter was saying. A dream is a bunch of real memories put together. So the entire dream isn't necessarily what happened, but all of the memories are. So Boss does play a part in this somehow.
Number 89 must know Boss somehow.
Alright, we gotta look around the desk. Her desk. She had a secret, she would keep it somewhere around here. Check the computer.
Iba, can you hack this PC?
How much hentai does she
I will
have?
try. Unlocked. Logging in. I have recovered some video data.
Here we
It
go.
was uploaded only a few hours ago.
This is it. This is what we need.
Guys.
Sosajima.
It's Boss. It's Boss.
Why?
It's Boss.
Why? Boss?
Okay, if you're gonna kill someone and record it, you don't put your face in it. The case remains unsolved. Well, it seems that this is the end of another route. Oh, never mind. The boss's office is locked. I see. Well, it's about to tell us, isn't it? Yep, locked. Can't go further. So we are gonna have to revisit this. So now we have, let's see. Yeah, that's the end of the Mizuki route. We have only one other place to go. We have to go into Ota's Somnium. Let's go in. We're sinking in the Swain. Alright, Oda being a fucking dork.
Curse you, polar bear!
Secure the route.
The ice on the floor.
Punch it. Which one did we escort him to? Okay, so we gotta escort him to the green shelf this time. So the oil drum was for that one. But this one...
A plate attached to the shelf. The cold has frosted up.
Wipe off?
I rubbed it vigorously, but nothing happened. But looking closely, there is something. A plate attached...
Agent Dante, you've got 4 minutes.
But then, something strange happened.
What's happening?
Here we go.
It's bright.
What is this?
We're out of options! Tessa!
That crawl.
If this was another, I would have died already. Next time, he will get me. It's just destiny. No! I will fight destiny and win!
So he says.
I'm the one who has to help him.
We have to make Hero of Justice Ota fight back and look cool doing it.
Alright. Move the wooden box. Ladies! Forklift certified!
A forklift.
Sortie?
Here we go! No.
Guess there's nothing we can do.
Cars are meant to be driven, right?
Yeah.
A fork. What? Sortie?
This is Ota's world, right? Your role in this dream is to assist Ota in his fight against the polar bear.
Lousy Ota. Thanks to him, my image as a cool intellectual has been destroyed.
You can't lose that image if you never had it. Speaking from experience!
Synchronization rate, 6%. Now, cargo handling car. Forklift. Sortie!
Hey, forklift! Fork over that weapon now!
Well, that's awfully demanding.
I can't stand. I'm weak.
Did he really help Iris like that?
We have no choice but to have Ota do it. We need him to stand up.
Disarm the foe. Somehow.
Ota is still down.
Cheer?
Ota will feel the worth of Iris's peace when he grasps it.
The ghost inside me whispered. That's right. I can't run away now. I can't sacrifice Tessa. Awaken the soul! There!
I knew it was Mayumi. Oh, he died. Well, he doesn't die, but you get the idea. Oh no, he actually does die. Never mind. So how'd you spend your evening? I watched a kid die.
Sorry that I had to get rough with you, kid.
Seriously, dude? Come on.
So sorry, Ota. Date told me to be the bad cop.
Oh, shut up, boss.
I did not.
Temper, temper.
Whatever. Anyway, Ota, I have some things I want to ask you. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. Let me get right down to it. Your mother, Mayumi Matsushita, was at the warehouse, wasn't she?
What are you talking about?
Was she there?
Why would she be? That happened at 3 a.m. She was at home asleep.
Then why did we find evidence at the crime scene?
Evidence?
Sure, it might not prove she was there, but it makes it likely. The evidence is...
The knife.
The polar bear. It was the...
What? Cars? Oh, this thing, yep.
The Hodoroki Man chocolate.
The same one I showed you at the hospital. I found it in the corner of the cold storage warehouse.
So? That doesn't prove anything.
Mayumi's fingerprints were on the package.
What?
You have a bad poker face, Ota. Your reaction tells me Mayumi didn't give this to you and you dropped it on your own.
That information is confirmed. Ota's fingerprints were not found on the package.
Mom isn't the killer!
I didn't say that she was. I'm saying that she was at the scene. And so were you.
Wait a minute. Why do you think Mayumi isn't the killer, Ota?
Because I was face to face with that polar bear when we fought. I could tell it wasn't my mom even through the costume. And no matter what happened, there's no way that my mom would stab me.
Why are you covering for her?
She
Covering?
had some
That's why you're
motive.
lying to me, right?
I'm not.
Not like a good
you sure
motive
about that?
by any means, but like...
You must have seen direct evidence of Mayumi being at the warehouse.
I mean,
But
her
you're hiding
son's
that
an
from
ASAP
us.
fan. She hates ASAP. Like,
Or maybe even you're starting to suspect her.
I am not.
Sure.
What are you accusing me of anyway? What do you think I'm hiding?
well, I mean, the knife?
The kitchen knife with a floral pattern. Mom, I love you always is carved on the handle.
Ota gave me that knife for Mother's Day when he was in elementary school. He knows how much I love flowery designs.
You were stabbed by that very same knife.
How do you know that? The criminal ran away with the knife. No one was supposed to see it.
I knew it.
No, my mom didn't do it.
Then why did you not mention the kitchen knife earlier?
Because I know how it looks. I thought Mom would get accused, and then she would have been brought in here and interrogated. I didn't want to put her through that. And? Mom never liked Tessa. So maybe, just maybe, Mom hired someone to kill Tessa, and she gave them that kitchen knife. I don't know. I thought of it that way. Like that would ever happen. I know it sounds crazy, but after I saw that knife, I just lost it. Please, you have to believe me. Mom isn't a serial killer.
You like to lie to us,
agree.
Oda.
You do?
I do. I don't think it's possible for Mayumi to have kidnapped Iris. Because...
This is where the two cars come in.
the Matsushita's van was stolen from the parking lot of the Famista while Iris was in the car. That was yesterday, 10:32 p.m. 1 minute later at the 812, which was about 100 yards away, Mayumi bought the Odoroki man chocolate. She entered the 812 about a minute earlier. This was all caught on security cameras at the store. That means it's impossible that Mayumi could have taken the van. And that means that Mayumi being the polar bear is also next to impossible.
Phew.
However, I can't completely clear her.
What?
You said it yourself. She could have hired someone to commit the crime.
But that was...
In any case, I need to hear from Mayumi herself. I need to hear her explain the chocolate, the knife. There's a lot to cover. I'm gonna head to Matsushita Diner.
What? Hey, well, wait a minute!
Don't worry. I'm not going there to arrest her. I'm going there to clear her of suspicion.
Really?
Yes.
You won't arrest her?
Your mother wouldn't kill anyone. Right, Ota?
Thank you, Date.
I mean, she has dementia. She could be acting on that. I'm not entirely familiar with dementia, so I don't know if dementia affects someone to the point where they would stab their own child, but...
Sorry for the late night, Miss Matsushita, but I have some questions I need to ask you. Could you spare some time?
I finally remembered about the warehouse. I did it. I did everything.
What? Whoa, what? How could you... What?
I didn't do this last night because I wanted to give you a chance to calm down. How are you, now that you've slept on it?
What are you talking about?
I'll be honest. I don't think you're the killer. You're giving us a false confession.
No, it's true. I kidnapped that witch, I took her to the warehouse, and...
Put her on the table and pulled her eyeball out?
Yes.
And the polar bear costume?
I bought it through mail order.
And you were the one wearing it?
Yes, that's right.
Date, the criminal has confessed. Arrest her immediately.
You got to the top of Abyss acting like that?
I heard that she used to be an actress.
Sounds about right.
Used to be being the key term here. Were you the one who stabbed Oda?
Well...
You were in the polar bear costume, right? That means you stabbed him.
Yes! I stabbed him. With the knife I brought from home. I wasn't trying to hurt him.
What?
He caught me, and then it just...
He ran into my knife. Why'd you kidnap Iris? Well, I'm sure we know
My
why.
son is under that witch's spell. Merchandise, concerts. She's bleeding him dry. I wanted to snap him out of it. I wanted to save him.
Why'd you take out her eye?
Because I just hated her so much. Killing her wasn't enough.
And why did you want to stream it online?
Because the world needs to see that witch die.
Just a quick question, Mayumi. Do you know anything about online streaming?
I'm not stupid. I might be old, but...
Could you explain it to me?
Huh?
Step by step. Just tell me what you did.
I can't explain it in words.
Y'all smell that?
It's more like...
It's bullshit.
muscle memory. I was able to get it working after trying a few times, that's all.
Where'd you get the camera and the laptop?
I picked them out of the garbage.
Which garbage?
I don't remember. It's true, I planned the whole thing.
You can't find stuff like that in the garbage. About the Cyclops killings.
What do you know about the Cyclops killer? We call the criminal we're after the new Cyclops killer.
I know. They killed Shoko Nadami and Renju Okiura.
That's right. Both corpses were found with their left eye pulled out. Same as Iris. This leads us to believe that the crimes were all committed by the same person. So this person in the polar bear costume, they are the new Cyclops killer. And you're telling me that person is you? You killed Shoko and Renju?
Yes, I killed them.
You know what? Now that it's being presented to me, I'm having a hard time believing it's Mayumi. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way it's her. Now, I'm sure we know the answer to this, but what was your motive?
Isn't Renju Okiura the president of that awful company where the witch works? He's just as responsible, using her to steal time and money from vulnerable kids. And I'm sure he was debaucherous and degenerate. That man is the root of all evil. That's why I killed him.
Why'd you kill Shoko?
Renju's ex-wife, right? I did it to get to him.
But the two divorced 4 years ago.
That doesn't matter. The bonds of matrimony are eternal.
No.
In your opinion, I don't think Renju felt the same way.
You are really starting to aggravate me. I answered your questions, so there.
When and how did you kill her?
Well, I don't remember.
What do you mean you don't remember? Do you really think that lie is gonna work?
I have a memory disorder.
Oh, that is true.
I don't always remember everything. It's not my fault.
But you remember the cold storage warehouse.
There are times I remember and times I don't remember. It changes.
Date, Mayumi is not lying about that.
She
in
does have
particular.
dementia. To her credit.
There are circumstances that might cause selective memory. For whatever reason, her memory might not have been stored properly in her mind. This is not uncharacteristic for those suffering from dementia.
Why are you lying?
I am not lying.
You do know that perjury is a crime, right?
I'm telling you, I'm not lying. I killed Shoko and Renju, and I tried to cut that demon witch in half.
Date, there's no point in letting this go on. She's clearly lying.
You seemed convinced earlier.
I was kidding. I don't think she's the killer.
killer! I am!
Right now, we have to rely on hard evidence. The Odoroki Man chocolate that Mayumi bought was found at the warehouse.
If Mayumi was at the scene before Ota...
She may have seen the criminal's face.
You know what I'm going to say, right? Date, sync with her.
2 syncs in 1 episode. You guys are in for a treat. And because my friends aren't in chat, I have to go through this completely blind. Prepare to watch me suffer. Also, Shin Megami Tensei 5 apparently just got a story trailer, so
Peter,
that's
we're going to
something.
sync with Mayumi Matsushita. Prepare the machine.
Well,
What happened?
the sync machine isn't operating to capacity. Yesterday's sync, well, suffice to say, Ota and Date were not too compatible.
Compatible?
I'll give you the big picture. To get the synchronization working properly, I had to push the machine pretty hard. And now, it's not responding.
How long will it take to fix?
16 hours, at least.
You've got 8.
But that's impossible.
So we can't sync yet, huh?
But we need to, or this investigation is going nowhere.
Date, I suggest we go to Matsushita Diner.
What?
We may be
Okay.
able to find some clues.
If you insist.
Good idea.
You think Mayumi's really gonna cooperate at that point, though?
Pewter, we're counting on you for those repairs. I'll be back in 6 hours.
But you said 8. Please, you have to give me at least 8.
That Pewter, always so humble. He'll have it done in 6.
Yeah, Pewter is just that kind of guy, you know?
Hey! This is a hostile work environment!
Why would Mayumi lie?
She is probably protecting someone.
Well, duh.
But who?
Surely you know by now. There is only one person Mayumi would want to protect that badly.
It's obvious. Trying to protect her son.
It's Ota.
It has to be.
Does Mayumi think Ota is the killer?
Last night, Ota left Matsushita Diner with Iris.
Why would Mayumi think that?
Mayumi
Ota
saw
loves
the whole
Iris.
thing.
But Ota was stabbed in the stomach by the culprit. Does Mayumi not remember that?
No, that isn't quite it. It is possible that she thinks Ota is responsible.
So I guess we're not getting 2 syncs in this
She thinks
episode.
Ota stabbed himself?
Yes.
Why would he do that?
Before I explain, I would like to hear your thoughts. What do you think about the possibility that Ota is the new Cyclops killer?
It's bullshit.
Possible.
Why?
Iris had her eye taken out for one.
Iris had her left eye pulled out. Ota would never do that.
Have you considered that she pulled it out herself?
What?
Or even asked Ota to do it? Perhaps she ordered him to.
The van stolen at Femisto.
The van was stolen while Iris was in the passenger seat. We know that whoever did it is the culprit we're looking for.
There is a chance that Iris was not in the passenger seat. She could have been driving.
How so?
Iris could have taken the wheel herself and driven to the warehouse.
But forensics only found Ota's fingerprints on the wheel.
That can be explained. It is possible that Iris covered her fingertips with her sleeves.
In yesterday's Somnium, Ota and the polar bear.
In yesterday's Somnium, Ota and the polar bear.
That was just a dream. It doesn't necessarily reflect what happened in reality.
I don't understand. You and me both.
Ota and Iris are accomplices. This was all a performance.
A performance?
Iris drove the Matsushida's van. Ota drove the station wagon. They went to the warehouse separately. Then, they prepared the live stream. Iris anesthetized her left eye and removed it. Either that, or she asked Ota to extract it. After that, Iris took her position on the table, and Ota donned the polar bear costume and started the saw. Consider this. In the stream, Ota and the polar bear were never on screen at the same time.
True. That means Ota went off camera, took off the costume, and then...
Stay away from Tessa!
Perhaps Mayumi witnessed the entire event. It is also possible that Mayumi knew what the two were up to.
So she lied to protect Ota.
Of course she did.
Yes, but this is only a theory.
A game theory. No, but why would they do that?
Consider the possibility that Iris killed Shoko and Renju.
Then, this whole thing was to get her off the suspects list. That's why she pulled out her eye and had Ota stab himself. It makes it look like there's another criminal involved.
I will repeat myself in saying that this is only a theory. It is one of many possibilities.
It's possible, but I don't think it's very likely. They wouldn't go that far just to avoid suspicion.
Date, you must consider the mental state of the serial killer. Shoko and Renju were both exposed and displayed. And they both had their left eye removed while they were still alive. Whoever our killer is, it is clear that they are sociopathic or even psychotic.
We can't rule anything out.
So it's Mayumi, but it isn't Mayumi.
Ota.
Oh?
Why are you...
Why did you arrest Mom? You said you were gonna clear her! Why?
But we didn't arrest her. Boy, he is not happy. Are you worried about Mayumi?
Of course I am. That's my mom. What son wouldn't be worried about his mom?
A very bad one. Are you worried about Iris?
So worried that my stomach is in knots. The surgery was successful, but they told me she isn't out of the ICU yet.
Why are you here?
When I was in the hospital, the police came to me. They told me that my mom confessed. I couldn't believe it, so I went to the police station. But because she was under investigation, they wouldn't let me see her. After that, I didn't feel like going back to the hospital. That's why I'm here.
It's not like she's under arrest.
You asked me why your mom was arrested earlier, but she isn't under arrest.
What?
I spoke with her as part of my investigation, yes. But as a source of valuable information, not as a suspect. Mayumi confessed, but it's highly likely that she's lying. So we haven't issued a warrant for her arrest.
That's what I've been saying! Mom didn't do it, she's innocent!
Is Iris the... No, she's
Word is
dead.
going around. Maybe Iris was the one who killed Shoko and Renju. And you and her planned this warehouse incident to get her off our suspects list.
No way! Tessa had her eye.
She could have pulled it out herself, or asked you to do it.
Why would she pull it out herself? I don't think you could even consciously
do really
that.
Think I would do that? I was fighting for my life against the criminal.
That wasn't caught on camera, though. Neither was the part where you got stabbed.
You're saying that I stabbed myself?
It wouldn't be the first time you faked something, would it, Ota?
Did you stage the warehouse incident?
I'm telling you I didn't!
Then why is Mayumi protecting you?
Mom is protecting me?
Your mother is stubborn. She's lying to us because she's protecting someone. The only person I can think of would be you.
Why?
Apparently she thinks that you're the criminal.
Why would she think that?
Your guess is as good as mine. Got any ideas?
Maybe because of her condition. Mom has dementia. Maybe her memory is just mixed up. Everything is my fault. It's because of me that Mom is... I know how it looks now, but back in the day, the diner was doing pretty good.
It was doing good before the whole, like, nuclear situation.
People who visited the park would stop here a lot. But ever since the explosion 8 years ago...
The chemical plant accident?
Yeah. We're just barely outside of the restricted area, but because Bloom Park closed, the number of customers dropped by a lot. The diner didn't last much longer. When this place closed, Dad started working at a Chinese restaurant chain during the day, and he was a security guard and traffic cop at night. Mom worked as a janitor, and we're both working hard and barely got any sleep.
And you?
I was just a high school student at the time. I was such a dumbass.
Wasn't he working for the diner, though?
Normal to have both parents working, so I didn't even get a part-time job. And they bought me a PC and idol concert tickets. I had it good, but we were drowning in debt. And there's a loan on the house and the diner. Mom and Dad didn't let this place go. There are too many memories here to give it up, so they slaved day and night to keep it open. They worked and worked and worked. Thanks to them, I was even able to go to a good university, but right after I started, Dad...
Passed away?
Yeah, he had a heart attack. From overwork. But even then, I didn't get it, you know? I didn't appreciate how hard they worked for me. Even when I wasn't taking college seriously and getting bad grades, my mom didn't say a thing. She just smiled and told me that it was okay.
So that's
Even when
denial.
I told her I was going to drop out. Mom, I'm thinking of dropping out of college.
What? Why do you want to do that, Ota?
I decided that I'm going to become a writer.
Wow, a writer. Oh, that's a good goal to have. But you really should finish college. You worked so hard to get in.
You don't understand, Mom. A writer has to put all of their time into their creativity. I won't have time to go to classes. Plus, I'm friends with the editor of a publishing company. I'm definitely going to have my first book published.
And then he never did.
Is that right? Well, Ota, if you say so. I won't stop you. Do what makes you happy. You'll turn out just fine. I know you can do it. And no matter what happens, Mom will always be on your side, okay?
Okay, so, as someone who is currently going through university right now, that is parent code for, why the hell are you dropping out of college, you dumb piece of shit? If you're gonna do it, I can't wait to see you fail, so that you can say that you were wrong.
Forever and ever, I'll always support you, Ota.
Like, if I said I wanted to drop out of university, my parents would flip. They'd be so confused.
Yeah, how'd you guess? It was really just a few texts back and forth, but I was thrilled. I thought I could make it as a writer because of that. But it's impossible. I know there's no way I can be a writer. I've never even finished writing a novel. Not even once. I always give up after the first 5,000 words.
That's still like a
apply
decent
for the
amount.
amateurs contest. You have to submit 10 times that. But Mom, she kept supporting me.
I mean, 5,000 words is still something to work with.
Not long after I quit college, Mom was always smiling at me. But I think she was starting to slip mentally. One day.
Oh, what's wrong, Ota? Do you have the day off from school?
Are you being sarcastic?
Oh, right. You don't attend anymore. Oopsie, I totally forgot.
How can you forget your own son's career choice?
Sorry. Anyway, are you hungry? You haven't eaten anything since this morning, have you?
Are you kidding?
What?
I ate breakfast and lunch already.
Oh, did you? By the way, Ota, what's living at the dorms like?
Why are you making fun of me?
I'm not teasing you, honey.
Don't fuck with me!
I mean, in Mayumi's defense, that is not how a son should talk to his mother, just in general. Again, speaking from experience.
Mom got sick because I'm such a piece of shit. I was only thinking about myself. I didn't take care of her. I was so stupid, I didn't realize she was sick. I thought she was messing with me. I was so cruel to her for no reason. And she got worse and worse.
About that picture.
What's that picture?
Looking at this photo reminds me, one time when I was a kid, I said something really bad to Mom and Dad, and they scolded me for it. And it's not like it was an apology or anything, but Dad and I gave her a Mother's Day gift. My mom was so happy that she cried. That's what this photo is from. Why did it turn out like this? I'm such a bad son.
Hey, Aiba.
What is it?
I don't like Ota one bit. But I can't imagine that this guy's the criminal.
Why is that?
Hearing his story made me think that he's not such a bad guy.
Your presumption is illogical.
Human beings are illogical. We're not like you AI. We can't be logical all the time. But we make up for it in one very important way.
What is that?
Intuition.
Do you find that useful?
At times.
Hmm.
Aiba, let's go back to the cold storage warehouse. We might be missing something.
Understood.
Well, let's go then.
Date, weren't you going to check the warehouse?
I was, but a thought occurred to me.
A thought, you say?
Iba, are you sure that Ota took this car?
As I've already explained, the security cameras at the Famisto parking lot saw the entire incident clearly.
So it was definitely Ota who drove it here.
Why are you stating the obvious?
Iba, who drove the van here?
There are two possibilities.
Iris or Mayumi?
Either Iris or the criminal who kidnapped Iris.
Yep.
And Mayumi?
Considering the time that she purchased the chocolate, that would be almost impossible. The van was hijacked from the Famisto parking lot at 10:32 p.m. At that time, Mayumi was in the 812 convenience store more than 100 yards away.
We found the chocolate Mayumi bought on the floor of the cold storage warehouse. But that doesn't prove she was actually at the scene. If she was, how did she get here? She wasn't in the van or the station wagon.
Of course, a different car. I will search for all vehicles that were in this area from Sunday night to Monday morning.
Iba connected to the end system server and began her research. She got a result in no time.
Found one hit. A taxi.
Oh, of course!
Where's that taxi now?
Of course a taxi would
It is
do
parked
that.
in Lemniscate's parking lot.
At Lemniscate? Why?
Unknown. But we should speak with the driver immediately.
Lemniscate we go!
Hey,
It was the receptionist!
Are you talking to moi?
Moi?
Date, now is not the time to be distracted by this old man's diction.
Mind if I ask you what you're doing here?
Moi? I am but a humble taxicab driver.
There we go.
I'm with the police. I have some questions for you.
Receptionist? Oh, come on, you know you wanna. Never mind. I thought it was gonna be the funny line. So, what are you doing here?
I have just finished conveying my client from Temeke Sano's studio. I was informed that the visit here would be brief, and thus I have decided to wait in this lobby.
Okay. Where are you from?
I was born in Kawago, Saitama.
Then why do you talk like that?
I don't know what you mean. I've spoken this way all my life. My parents speak with the same vernacular.
That Mayumi.
Did you drive this passenger on Sunday night?
Ooh, I did indeed. I remember her well. The old hag.
old hag?
I took her on a tour of the streets of Tokyo. Our ultimate destination was the warehouse district in Ariake.
Why didn't you report this to the police?
Report it?
You don't know about the incident at the cold storage warehouse? It was all over the news.
No, I'm afraid not. Newspapers and television news programs have never been much of an interest to moi. I recall it was around 10 in the evening. Near the Kabasaki district, an unassuming restaurant named Matsushita Diner.
Ah, we know that place.
And
Also,
as soon as she
wow,
stepped foot in
old
my
hag.
conveyance, she was already barking orders at me. Follow that van, hurry! I must admit, I found it rather exciting, just like an old chase film. I, of course, insisted that I be paid up front. We pursued the van for roughly half an hour. Suddenly, the van came to a halt at a convenience store.
The Famisto along Koshu, right?
Precisely right. I am surprised you know that. In any case, I knew that the jig would be up if we were seen following the van. So I decided to drive past it. I parked at the 8 store, but 100 yards from there. While waiting for the object of our pursuit to make its next move, the old hag suddenly spoke up. I have to buy something, she declared, then made her way into the 8.
This must be when Mayumi bought the Odoroki Man chocolate.
A few minutes later, the old hag finished making her purchases and walked out. And then, at
This
that
dude has like
moment,
no
I
filter.
witnessed the van jet off at great speed down Koshu. I hurried the old hag inside my vehicle, then resumed the chase. We followed them for roughly half an hour more.
I see. If the driver's story is correct, Mayumi did not know that Ota was left behind at the Famisto.
Mayumi thought Ota was in the van the whole time.
We then arrived at a splendid manor. The van entered the premises through the front gate and disappeared from view. We, of course, could not follow, so we waited outside. I estimate another 10 minutes passed. The front gate opened once again, and the van drove out, and we pursued. But 30 minutes later, our pursuit was foiled again.
What happened?
The van drove into the restricted Kabasaki district. The old hag, of course, demanded that I follow. But I was not about to risk my license and livelihood. Instead, I parked on the road and waited for the van to drive back the way it came. But of course, we knew it might not take the same road back. In fact, we were not even sure the van would be coming back at all. But the old hag was not keen on giving up, so we began our stakeout. About 45 minutes later, the date had changed at this point. It was 12:25 a.m. on Monday.
How do you remember the time so well?
Well, you see, I always keep my radio dial on the same station. I remember precisely which programs were playing during this endeavor. Thus, I can approximate the time.
I see. Please continue.
At 12:25 a.m., the old hag's tenacious gamble paid dividends. The van returned down the same street. And thus, we again made pursuit. I kept considerable distance. We had come so far, I did not want to get caught now. But my caution backfired. I lost sight of the van in the Ariake warehouses. Without so much as a thank you, the old hag popped open the door and took off toward the warehouses. I waited for some time, but the old hag did not return. The goose was cooked at this point, so I made the decision to return
The
home.
goose.
I am glad I had
see.
the foresight
A
to ask
goose.
for payment.
It was the untitled goose, I knew it.
I follow your story. I have one more question. Where is this manor the van stopped at?
Oh, every taxi driver in the city knows that residence. It is the personal home of Congressman So Sajima.
Sajima? Why did the van go to So's house?
We need to speak with him immediately.
Agreed. Let's move.
I don't know why, but like the Lenderskate song kind of sounds like the Wii Sports theme, and I honestly cannot tell you how. Wait, why are we going to Tsujima's? He's dead.
There's no one here.
Indeed.
Not even
I don't see
bodyguards?
So or his bodyguards.
Oh, that's right, he's not dead in this timeline.
Let's go inside.
I keep getting this confused. Let me guess, we're about to get shot.
Hey, Aiba. Do you smell something funny?
You are aware that I do not possess the sense of smell, correct?
Oh, right.
Is it a bomb?
There's something strange about this vase.
Don't tell me.
What is it?
This is definitely where the smell is coming from.
Is there something inside?
Maybe, but the opening is covered by a metal plate.
The lid is fixed with a bolt. It will not open easily.
Oh, what if he does die in this timeline?
Then, as is standard procedure...
Okay, so he's dead in this timeline too.
Date, destroy the vase!
Got it.
Do you even need a gun to do that? Just like fucking punch it. You're wearing gloves.
So Tsushima?
Okay, you do realize that by shooting it, you made more of a mess than when you walked in, and because you had a gun, if anyone shows up, they're gonna think that you shot him.
That is the head of Sojima.
The left eye is hollowed out.
Of
This
course.
is most likely a crime committed by the new Cyclops killer.
How do you even get, like, a bolt screwed into a vase? Alright, so there's tons of vase shards. What else is there to even look at?
Do you have an estimated time of death?
Today, sometime between 11 a.m. and noon.
That's about when I was talking to Ota at Matsushita Diner.
At that time, Mayumi was in police custody and Iris was in the ICU of Central Hospital. They have not moved.
That means Ota, Mayumi, and Iris couldn't possibly have committed the crime. Assuming that this is the work of a single killer, those three can be eliminated from the list of suspects.
Well, at this point, who do we have
Mayumi
left?
and Iris are not the new Cyclops killer.
Right. By the way, why is there no one in the mansion? No bodyguards, no housekeepers.
I do not know.
Does So have family?
Sosajima's wife died in labor 30 years ago, giving birth to their son. Their son is currently living abroad.
So lived here alone?
Do you find that suspicious?
No, just...
Date, a call from Pewter.
Connect me.
Date, the sync machine is up and running. You can sync with Mayumi now.
Oh, thanks, Pewter. But there are more pressing matters now.
Did something happen?
Yeah, I found So Sajima's body, with the left eye hollowed out.
What?
I'm at the Sajima household. Send the investigation team over.
Why so?
I can answer your questions when I get back to Abyss.
Got it.
Date, what is your plan? Wait until crime scene investigation arrives?
No, there's something I need to do. If that taxi driver was telling the truth, Mayumi was at the warehouse yesterday. And we know the chocolate we found at the scene was hers. Maybe she saw something. Maybe she knows something we don't. Some kind of clue or information about the culprit.
Then...
Yeah, we're gonna sync with Mayumi.
Alright, maybe now we'll have 2 syncs in this episode.
A large-scale investigation of So Sajima has already begun. At this very moment, the media is already swarming outside the building.
Really? Doesn't matter. The sync is what's important. If we sink into Mayumi's brain, that might help us find the real culprit.
I understand. Are you
What do we
ready?
got?
Yeah.
Then, let's begin.
Let's go in. So yeah, we're getting 2 syncs in this episode after all. What?
Where am I?
Where is this? Oh, silly me. This is my house. Huh? What happened to me?
This is Matsushita Diner, though it looks odd. Likely
That's
an effect of
interesting.
the
We could see
dementia.
how something
we
like
need to help
dementia can
remind her.
affect, like,
Do you think such
someone's
a thing can be
sync
done?
or someone's
This
somnium.
diner means everything to Mayumi.
This is neat.
If we do what we did last time and reproduce the actions from Mayumi's memories, we could help her remember everything.
Is this what you call your intuition?
Told you it was useful.
Well, if we must.
Well, I mean, what else would you do in here?
Somnium scan! Activate!
I'm assuming because it's fragmented, there's gonna be fewer mental locks? Or maybe there's more mental locks because of the dementia? Number 1, the desk. Number 2, the void. Number 3, that. And number 4, also the void. Number 5, the wall. So first, this desk.
The sliding door at the entrance. Who
It's
could
probably
that be?
Oda, right? Welcome back?
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Ota. You're late today.
Mom.
Are you not hungry? Today's dinner is omelet rice. Your favorite. Dad isn't back yet, but you can start eating.
Again? I'm okay. I ate already.
But...
I'm fine.
Ota, wait! Ota?
Part of the diner has manifested.
Maybe this is one of the memories she forgot.
So when you reproduce the memories, more of the diner manifests.
Doesn't matter if it's sad, it's still important.
Agent Date, you've got 5 minutes.
Let's see the menu. What about the phone?
It's the phone. Maybe try.
Roger.
To go order?
Is this a to-go order?
Yeah, can I get a fried rice set with okonomiyaki and french fries?
Oh,
Sure
that
thing.
sounds good.
That seems like a lot of carbs. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine. I've got that health tea, so...
Health tea? You cannot fix an unhealthy lifestyle with tea.
Sorry.
Seriously. Exercise. Exercise!
Okay, I'll have the Chinese spinach with the liver and leek meal.
Why are you still trying to order something?
Well, this changes things, I suppose. I guess the menu.
Old menu.
Let's come up with a new menu.
Let's come up with a new menu. Sauteed matsutake and shiitake mushrooms. The Matsushita set meal. 3,980 yen. What do you think?
I'm leaning toward no.
$40. That is nearly $40. That is a lot for. That is a lot for noodles.
One ramen, please. Wait a moment. What would me ordering anything accomplish?
I thought it might trigger Mayumi's memories of customers.
But Mayumi still thinks that customers frequent her diner, correct?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
What about the poster?
An old beer poster.
You have 3 minutes, Date.
Looks like me when I was young.
Looks like me when I was young. Date, something is a bit off. This woman and Mayumi, they are not
Similar.
Well, there's a beach in the ad, and Mayumi looks like a sea creature, so...
Be nice.
Wow. Oh, that hurts. Okay. Swinging door?
A swinging door that leads to the kitchen.
Ota, come over here.
Ota, come over here. Ota? Ota, a girly magazine came in the mail. Is this for Ota or for Dad?
Well, this is awkward, but there's no reaction.
I tried my best.
Let's investigate something else.
Well, because we're running low on time here, let's try to... Oh, this isn't even the first mental lock.
Let's get ready. For what?
To prepare the diner.
Do I have to do the preparations?
Well, Mayumi is working here.
But aren't there other things to investigate?
You don't want to go to the kitchen?
I am not good with wet areas.
You know, when you're in my eye socket, you're always moist.
I am not.
Isn't the inside of my eye socket pretty moist?
That's weird.
It is not. Stop saying that.
Huh?
Is it awful word?
2 minutes.
The phone is ringing.
My husband.
My husband?
Ah!
Yes, Matsushita Diner. Yes. Well, yes. Yes. What? My husband! Why? How could this happen?
So we wasted like most of the time for that.
The diner has changed again. However,
These memories aren't all happy, but they are all significant.
if this continues, will it not have a negative effect on Mayumi?
Maybe. But we have to see this through. We have to.
Understood. A delicious cake.
I wonder who it's for.
Congrats, Ota, on getting into college?
Congratulations, Ota.
I'm home.
Ota! Congratulations on getting into the
Called it.
university, son! Congratulations!
Hooray! Congrats!
Well, isn't that cute?
Hooray! Hooray!
Ota was quite the spoiled child, wasn't he?
Definitely had a lot of growing up to do. But that's what makes him so
Had.
important to Mayumi.
Still does. Alright, we're kinda close here.
Some kind of mail? This is a bank statement. The Matsushita family's loan.
Let's do our best.
Let's do our best.
We have to keep supporting Ota.
Okay. We'll work harder for Ota's dream.
I don't think we're gonna be able to complete this all in one run, because I wasted so much time on the first one.
We reproduced another painful memory.
No, not quite.
Are you certain? Mayumi was under a heavy burden of debt and stress running the diner.
That's true. But sometimes hardship is worth it.
Is that so? It's a
Todoroki,
sticker
man.
from a chocolate candy.
Welcome home! Did you get it for me?
It?
This is Ota when he was small?
Do you mean chocolate?
Yeah, Todoroki man, remember? Oh, that. Yes, of course I bought it. Look, the Momonoke Man chocolate that you like. Here you go. That's not it. Oh, honey, I thought you liked the Momonoke Man chocolate. No, I told you. It's Todoroki Man. Oh, sorry. Your mom can be such a dummy sometimes.
Wait, we might actually be able to get through this. But also he's stomping
You're not
around.
just a dummy. You're a super dummy idiot.
Oh.
Oh, well, you're right, sweetie. I'm sorry. I'm a big dummy. I'll buy you a real Momonoke Man soon. Stupid! It's not Momonoke Man. It's Todoroki Man. I hate this. I hate you, Mom. What? Wait, Ota. Where did you go? stop from hiding, Ota. Ota, I'm sorry. Mommy won't make any mistakes anymore, Ota. Ota! Come back! Ota!
Not gonna lie, this kinda hurts to watch. As someone who had anger issues growing up, it's looking back on this kind of behavior, it stings, man. Knowing that I used to say things like that to my own parents.
Ota? Takaro? Don't leave me! Don't leave me alone! I'm sorry, Ota. Ota! Takaro! I can't do this on my own. Don't leave me!
She really put her whole life out for Ota. Only for Ota to just disrespect her like that.
So that's what happened.
Nothing was
Date,
going for
look at what you've
Mayumi.
done. If Mayumi wakes up after all this trauma,
I know it's risky, but we're here for a reason.
what are you planning?
We have to keep going. Just a little more to awaken her past.
But
If she loves her family this much, there has to be something. There has to be a precious memory hidden deep within.
is that your intuition?
It is.
Date, 30 seconds.
Clock. That's all we have left.
A wall clock.
Turn back time.
Welcome home! Did you get it for me?
We've gone back in time. Time is a precious resource, Date. Don't waste it.
Stop nagging me. I'll figure it out.
What? Let's try this again. What if we advanced time?
Date, 30 seconds.
A wall.
Well, running towards the light can only really mean one thing, right?
Ota, sweetie! Mom!
We know we can be a hassle sometimes, so... Ota.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. The knife.
Thank you, Mom.
Oh, it's enough to make a grown man cry, and that's okay.
I love you. Forever and ever.
This is so cute. My heart.
Me too, Ota. I love you both so much. I'll love you both no matter what. Oh, forever and ever. Oh, I'll never forget this.
Not gonna lie, this kind of makes me want to cry, man. This is beautiful.
Family. We can do anything.
Yes. Yeah.
Looks like it's okay to go back now.
My heart.
I agree. By the way, Date. I admit, it is useful every now and then.
What is?
Your intuition.
That's gotta be the cutest ending to Somnium so far. That was beautiful. Oh, the feelings. Central Hospital.
Ota, I'm so sorry for worrying you.
What do you mean?
Your mother retracted her confession.
I'm so glad.
Yes, yes.
But Mom, why did you think I did it?
About that.
I explained to Ota. On Sunday night, Mayumi was following the van driven by Ota in a taxi. But when the van was hijacked in the Famisto parking lot, Mayumi was at another convenience store nearby buying some chocolate. Because of that, she didn't see what happened. That's why Mayumi thought Ota was still in the van when it drove away, so she kept following it. The van drove all over Tokyo and eventually wound up in the warehouse district near the docks. Mayumi got out of the taxi and followed the van on foot. The van was later found at the Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse. Mayumi walked into the warehouse and discovered the grisly scene.
A polar bear plucking out Iris's left eye? I was so terribly frightened. I panicked and ran. I'm sure that's when I dropped the chocolate. And I ran away from the warehouse as fast as I could. I just kept running and running. But while I was running, I had a thought. Maybe that polar bear was Ota. Because at the time, I thought Ota was the one driving the van. If Ota brought Iris to the warehouse, then Ota must have been the one in the suit. That's what I was thinking anyway.
So that's why.
I'm so sorry that Mom doubted you, Ota.
No, I understand. It's my fault for making you worry.
Ota.
But there's one thing I don't get. Why did you buy that chocolate when you were following me?
Oh, because...
You liked Odoroki Man chocolate when you were young, right, Ota?
Yeah. I was like the number 1 or 2 collector of the stickers in my elementary school class. I stuck some of my duplicates all around the diner, too.
You and Mayumi have strong memories of that chocolate, right?
Yeah, but I guess they're not all sweet memories. They're like chocolate, you know? Bittersweet. Makes my heart hurt a little.
That's not it! Oh, honey. thought you liked the Momonoki Man chocolate.
No! I told you! It's Todoroki Man!
Oh. Sorry, your mom can be such a dummy sometimes.
You're not just a dummy, you're a super dummy idiot!
Oh, well, you're right, sweetie. I'm sorry. I'm a big dummy. I'll buy you a real Momonoki Man soon.
Stupid! It's not Momonoki Man, it's Todoroki Man!
After I yelled at her, Mom immediately went to buy me another chocolate. My dad came back from buying some ingredients at the same time, and they ran into each other. My dad really let me have it.
How dare you speak to your mother like that?
Because Mom is stupid!
You're stupid to call your mother stupid! Your mother bought you that to make you happy. You need to think about how she feels. I didn't raise you like that.
But...
When she comes back, you apologize. Do you understand?
My dad told me to apologize as soon as Mom came back. But the guilt... I hurt my mother, you know? That guilt in my heart, it didn't go away. Even after I apologized to her. After that, things got awkward with Mom. But a few days later, my dad came up with an idea.
Hey, Ota, how about this? You know Mother's Day is coming up. Why don't we get a gift for your mom, hmm?
A gift?
That was the first time I had ever heard my dad say something like that.
You know how Mom always takes care of us.
Sometimes I forget that this guy is actually like Oda's dad. Like, what did Oda inherit from his dad in terms of genetics?
Between all of us. So, on Mother's Day, I used my New Year's money I saved up to buy my mom that flower knife. And my dad saved up a little money to buy the floral apron. And when Mom got her gifts, she started bawling. Like, full-on crying.
Oh, you boys. I don't deserve all this. Thank you, thank you.
You do deserve it, Mom. I'm proud that you're my mom. Right, Dad?
Oh, yes. Mom is the best mom in the world.
Thank you. Thank you.
Say cheese!
Sorry, I lost track of time. What were we talking about again?
I don't even care that this episode is 20 minutes longer than usual. This is just too cute.
Tailing you.
Tailing?
Mom.
It could be due to her memory disorder. It is possible that her thought process was once again short-circuited.
Ota, I'm just going out on a limb here.
Huh?
Earlier I looked inside Mayumi's head.
Inside her head?
She was thinking of nothing but you. Her head was full of memories of you. Mayumi just wanted you to come back, Ota. So she bought that chocolate. The chocolate you loved as a kid. She thought she could get you back home with it. That's why I believe, in Mayumi's head, you're still young, Ota.
Huh?
Well, he sure acts like
I don't
it.
know. I could be wrong.
No, you're right, Date. That's why my mom bought the chocolate. She wanted her little kid back.
Mayumi's just like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm just straight up vibing here.
I was always so selfish. I made my mom go through such hard times.
Yeah.
So from now on, I'm going to support her the way she supported me. I'll do anything. I'll deliver newspapers or be a janitor or anything. I'll work as hard as I can to make sure my mom can rest easy.
What about your dream of being an author?
Well, of course I'm not gonna give up on that. But I'll set my sights a little smaller. I'll start by writing a short story.
Let me read it when you're done.
Of course.
Oh, I forgot to tell you something important.
Something important?
I heard the nurses talking before I came in here. Iris is awake.
Really?
She's alive!
Yeah, she's due to be transferred from the ICU to the general ward.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Thank God.
This is the perfect way to end
You
off
saved
this
her
little
life,
story arc.
Maybe. Just maybe.
Huh? Maybe what?
Nothing. See you, kid.
It makes me feel so warm and fuzzy.
Your girlfriend?
Yeah, I'll introduce you next time. She's a great girl.
Heckin' liar.
Oh my, I'm looking forward to it. Is she going to be your financier? Oh, maybe I should clean up a bit first.
Oda straight capping.
Oh, fiance.
Oh yes, yes, that's it.
Jeez,
Financier. Oh, that's funny. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
Date, there are still many loose ends in this investigation.
Yeah, you're right. Looks like another all-nighter.
Honestly, the calming end to the story arc combined with the, like, atmosphere really does something for me. And the music. This is the end of a route? Did we actually end a route in this episode? Like, why would the credits roll?
Has there been any progress in this Jima investigation?
None. Zero clue.
Oh, that's right, Sajima's
Not
dead.
exactly. We have 2 clues.
2?
2 points of information. But they may not connect directly to the murders.
What are the 2 clues?
Point 1. This may be easier to see than explain. I sent a video to the boss's PC. Could you check there, please?
Boss went to her desk and moved the mouse. I stood next to her and looked at the monitor.
What's this?
It's from Sunday night.
Yes, after Date was beaten by Ota at Matsushita Diner.
Oh, that's right, that happened.
Tessa, wait! I'll get the car.
You witch!
There, stop it. I noticed this earlier as well. Do you see the walk on the floor beside Iris and Mayumi?
Yeah, what about it?
Look closely. The bottom part is curved. Do you notice anything in the reflection?
Iris and Mayumi.
Yes. I have prepared an enlarged and processed version of the image. Boss, the next video.
the knife?
Tessa! What's wrong? Did something happen?
No, everything's fine.
Okay, let's go.
Shit! She carried the knife. She carried the knife. She took the knife.
Hey, what's this?
Iris has the kitchen knife?
Iris had the
video
knife.
continues, but this should be enough. Iris took the knife and left the diner with Ota.
That
But
doesn't
if
add
Ota's
up.
testimony is true, the polar bear had the kitchen knife.
So then...
Maybe it was taken off of Iris when she was kidnapped.
At the Femisto parking lot?
This doesn't add up
Whatever.
at all.
We can think about it later. You said you had 2 clues.
Yeah, what's the other one?
I have learned new information. More thorough autopsy results of Renju's body have revealed something. An object in his intestines.
An
what?
object.
A clump of organic matter. Because it was partially digested, it took significant time to analyze.
Ew.
Well, what was it?
Shoko Nadami's eyeball.
Oh. Oh my god. I beg your pardon? He digested Shoko's eye. And that is the end of the Ota route. And now we have unlocked a route. More specifically, what was this one? This was the other Shovel Forge one that led to Iris being dead. Something about Hitomi. I don't quite remember. Watch last episode to catch up. But that is where the story is at the moment. You can see the flowchart is quite extended since episode 1. So where is this route with Hitomi going to take us? Well, that remains to be seen until next episode. If you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow my Twitch channel in the description below so you can tune in when I'm live next, usually Wednesdays and Fridays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next episode, the plot thickens even more, with 3 routes down, 1 locked route, and 1 more to explore. Things can only get more confusing and scattered. See you guys next time.